What's up, everybody? It's Dana, and aka the Copywriting Professor, aka the world's best goat farmer. And I just wanted to first of all thank you so much for making a purchase with me. And I'm so grateful for that, and so excited for you that I wanted to throw in a little added bonus training completely on me, because at the end of the day, the better results you have, the happier I'll be, and the more likely you'll be to come back and grab some more stuff from me, and the more likely you'll be to have more success. So then everybody's happy. So that's the whole goal, and that's why I like to blow people away, my customers, not everybody, just my customers, with amazing amounts of value. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys a free training. You want a free training? Okay, cool. Just watch this video. Make sure to shut off any distraction, though, because there's a lot going on. I talk fast. And I just want you to just get as much value from this as possible. So it's going to be fast-paced. If you can, just take a quick minute to pause this and grab a pen and a piece of paper, or whatever you want to do to take notes. And I just want to make sure you get as much value as possible. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to quietly dominate. Okay, whatever it is you're doing, without any crazy software, spending tons of money, or experts. Okay, here's my goal. My goal is to get you to understand that in order to turn your business into the 6 and then 7+ figure business that you want it to be, the best, fastest, cheapest, easiest way to do that is by setting up your business the right way. All right? I don't care if you're going for 8 or 9 figures. I work with people that do that all the time. Whatever it is, your goal, I don't care. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into depth on that and show you some live examples of businesses that are pumping out millions of dollars in sales, and show you exactly how and why they're doing it. You will not see this stuff anywhere else. A couple of important concepts. The only way for you to exponentially grow your business is to get your prospects to do what you need them to. I'm going to show you how to do that. We have to agree first. The second thing, the only way to get them to do what you need them to do is to listen to the right people with the right information. There are so many people out there telling you what to do. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But if you listen to me, I guarantee you are going to enjoy the results, okay? The closest alternative is to try to figure out what I did, and I worked for like over 7 years, and I'll, bore you with those details later. But here we go. So what makes this different? Well, I'm not washed up. You can't find this online. I don't regurgitate stuff. What I discovered was all from working really close with literally thousands of sellers. That's how I did it, okay? I don't recommend doing that. That was a lot of work. It took a lot of time. Plus, even better, I have my own very successful businesses, unlike most of the quote-unquote gurus out there, right? That's why you should listen. And yes, before we get into it, this will work for you and your business, okay? Sometimes it might require someone to just to think a little bit outside the box, to think, okay, that person did this with their business. I can apply that to mine, but here's how I got to do it, okay? It just might take a little slight bit of creativity, but I can guarantee you this will work for your business if you implement it, all right? So, who am I? My name is Dana Derricks. Aside from being a goat farmer, yes, those are my goats in the backseat of the car. Quick side note, so it was raining. I went to pick up some new goats, and I have a truck, but I don't have like a trailer, an enclosed trailer or anything. So I'm like, okay, well, I got a car. So I drive 30 miles to go get the goats, and long story short, I'm thinking to myself, wow, we're all gonna die. This is gonna be awful. They're gonna be jumping around on me. And to be totally honest, they were like little angels in the car. They honestly liked it. And in fact, they're more well behaved than my dogs. So if you see somebody rolling around with some goats in the backseat of the car, don't judge them. It's probably me. But I digress. So who am I? I'm one of the top copywriters on the planet, according to my clients. I have worked with some of the biggest millionaire, multimillionaire business owners on the planet. I speak all over the world helping entrepreneurs. I've done well over 100 million between myself and clients. And I just, now this is the business that it's not the most lucrative for me, but it's the one I'm the most proud of, and that I'm going to show you kind of how I did it, and how you can sort of just model what I did, and take nuggets from it to have more success. So I launched another side business. It's not my main business, but it's one I'm most proud of, because we did not just over $500,000 in the first year, but I got to hire my whole family. That was really, really, really cool. Okay. And just so you know, I've been doing this so long, I'm basically a dinosaur. I've seen literally everything. It took me over 7 years and literally tens of thousands of dollars to discover this. Okay? I did it the hard way. You don't have to do it the hard way. Here's what I've noticed. 3 things after doing this for 7 years, every single day. You don't have to be super bright or lucky to have success. I've seen people who are neither bright nor lucky have a lot of success. The second thing, I've seen that the way to optimize your business for sales and really cash in comes down to common sense. Unfortunately, common sense is not always common, but I'm bringing common sense back. The third thing, which is the most exciting, 98% of sellers do this wrong. Why is that exciting? Well, because that's a wide open opportunity for us to do it right. So, what does the hard way look like? Before we can go over it, I want to just show you. All right, hard way looks like this. And if you're guilty of any of the above, that is totally fine. I have seen everything. Like I said, I myself have been guilty of this from time to time. So, hard way, when you try to optimize your business for sales. You experiment yourself, you kind of write out your stuff, and then you wait around and hope, or you hire an expert, quote unquote, to do it. You pay them, you get little to no results, you're out your money. Sound familiar? Or what a lot of people do is they kind of try to copy and model off of others. They still get little to no results, and they're back to the starting point. Do any of those sound familiar? All right, cool, because I've been guilty of that as well. I see it a lot. And just like I said, we're going to be jumping into the example I'm going to show is my newest side business that cleared over $500,000 in the first year. I didn't do anything crazy. I'm going to show you what I did. And it comes down to this. There's like, I have defined it as 12 secrets, okay? There's a lot that goes into it, but I was able to narrow it down into 12 essential things. I'm going to show you 3 of them. So secret number 4, these are the most important. I want to show you how to launch 6-figure plus businesses at will without anything crazy software or high startup costs. Secret number 9, this one. Okay, secret number 9. I got excited because this is why. I'm going to expose to you the biggest myth floating around online and how us quote-unquote silent millionaires make all the money. If you get no other value from this presentation than that, I can guarantee that is worth the price of admission. Okay? I guarantee that's worth your time to watch this. Okay? That is why you're here. Secret number 10. I'm going to show you how to take your sales 6 to 7 plus figures by yourself without wasting any money on quote-unquote experts. All right, you ready to do this? Let's do it. Secret number 4. So this is what I did. I spent 7 years making others rich, and then I was like, all right, that's cool and all, but I think it's my turn. So I was optimizing businesses for clients, making a ton of money doing it, which is great, but I needed to make that money for myself. And what I realized in that time was that the holy grail of making money in business was optimizing them for sales. There's nothing else that comes close. Quick story. This is one of my clients, a guy named Mike from Ohio. He went from $50K a month in his business, which is not bad, by the way. And we took him to $3 million a month. How? By literally just optimizing his business for sales. That's it. Here's a note he sent me. So I'll just paraphrase. He said he wasn't sure if it made a huge difference. And then he's like, oh man, I was wrong. He's like, the number of products we sold per day increased by 38% in one day. He said, it's absolutely killing it. He's stunned. Nothing else he's seen has resulted in such an increase, even price changes. What? Is that not amazing? Okay, even more exciting. Here, it's not just Mike, okay? You probably know this guy, and let's take a peek at what he says. I hope the audio works.
What's up, guys? What's up, everybody? I'm with this guy. My name's Russell. And I want to talk about how awesome this guy is. So, first off, joined Inner Circle, got to know him as a person, super impressed, sold me a book that was like $2,500 or something. More impressed. Then I started copywriting, and then he flew out here for the last 3 days, actually drove. And for 3 days, we've been working on the sales letter for perspective on this. So ClickFunnels is a really big company with a lot of traffic coming through, and I'm very cautious and scared of every single word in every page because I don't want to mess with the money that's flowing. And I let Dana have at it, and he completely redid the whole thing. And to be honest, I'm excited to see the live. It's either going to be like the greatest success story in the history of the world, or it's going to bomb. But he's brilliant, and like what he did is turned out amazing. So I'm excited to see it, and hopefully you guys will see it soon too. But he is brilliant, amazing copywriter, amazing marketer, and super cool guy.
Oh, thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Okay, cool. So I'm not really like one of those people that's high on like bragging and stuff, but for those that know Russell, that's a pretty big deal for him to entrust me, of all people on earth, to help him with his business, right? Considering he's doing so amazingly well. And it's not just Russell. Here's another one, another person I just went out and helped, Trey. And he's doing amazing things too. And I just got back from helping him, and here's what he said. He's kind of a goofy guy, just FYI.
Alright, so my definitely need this phone.
But I actually didn't press the record button, so now I gotta pretend I'm going this way, and then I'm gonna turn around. He's just following me. See?
Alright, so here's
the deal. I got his phone. I want to show you what we got going on. We just
brainwashed
ourselves with Dana.
in
I don't know how many boards this is. This is 1, 2, 3, 5 boards plus.
It's somewhere
around here.
Like 16 pages of amazing direct mail pieces that so our business here's what we're really good at front end offers. Dana was so nice for me to tell me that. And so basically here's the deal is we do that. This little piece right here, we sell some offers right in here. We really never had anything much above that. Okay? And this, my friends, is where you make the money. This, my friends, is when you call Dana 911. And you say, Dana, I need to go from this level where I'm at, making 10K, 100K, a million. I need to go 2 million. I need to go to 100K. I need to get to bigger levels. Taking you from 6 figures to 7 figures easily. And he's helping us do that. It's absolutely amazing. We're about to put everything to the test. Because if there's one thing that anybody should know about me is when we hire people, the thing is I tell them this directly. As I say, I'm going to hire you, but I'm an implementer, and I'm going to implement what you've told me to do. There's two things that are going to happen. One is if it works, that's great. Your success, right? But also, secondly, if it doesn't work, I'm going to let you know. Because we're going to go. We are not going to be like, oh, thank you for writing us a script, or thank you for telling us business plan. We'll hold on to it for a year, 5 years, and actually forget to do it. No, we're going to implement that tomorrow, and we're going to let you know how it did. So that's the cool thing, guys. If you're checking out Dana, which you are because you're obviously watching this video, I appreciate it. And yes, I wear some pretty amazing hair gel if you're thinking about that. But you need to go and say yes to Dana because this dude is amazing. Boom. There it is right there. The average goat farmer, the above average goat farmer, right? Bam. Got it. All right. See you guys.
Okay, cool. So 2 things that I took away from that video, and I hope that you do too. Number 1, he called me an above average goat farmer, which is an insult. I should have smacked him. I'm the best in the world, man. Come on. Second thing is, Trey's a no-nonsense guy. I flew down to St. Louis to work with him, and like he said, he's an implementer. You know who the toughest clients are, for those that have ever worked as a freelancer? People who implement, because they're going to know if your stuff works or not. So, obviously, this works, and this is why I'm just trying to get ingrained in your head. This is what you need to be listening to, because there's so much noise out there. And this last one. So it's not Russell and Trey alone. It's others. There's so many people that I've worked with and success stories, but this is probably one of my favorites. You probably don't know her because it's one of my employees' daughter, but I thought this was too cool to not share with you.
The goat farmer, and you should too.
Okay, so if Stella can trust me, you guys should have no problem trusting me. So there we go. As you can see, back to it. The opportunity is right in front of you. The answer to big sales is clearly having your business optimized for sales. And clearly by listening to this guy. Because why? People like Russell Brunson and Trey Llewellyn and many, many, many others, some that I can't even name contractually, have flown me out to help them with it. All right? These are not small players. These are 8, 9-figure sellers that don't have a lot of room to mess with what they're doing, right? Like Russell said. But real quick, you guys want to know what I hate? I know this sounds bad. I swear it's not. I hate shiny objects, okay? I hate, more than anything, spending a whole bunch of time setting something up, the new, latest, greatest thing, and then, like a week later, it's obsolete because something changed. That's what I hate, okay? So, why do I tell you this? Because my stuff is timeless. Here's what I mean. It worked 50 years ago. It'll work 50 years from now, right? It works today, tomorrow, next week. It's immune to the quote-unquote next big thing. Like I said, this is different, okay? This is the #1 investment you can make to your business, hands down, optimizing for sales. It's going to help you sell more, sell at a higher price, sell more often, wipe out your competitors, and so much more, all right? Let me show you secret number 9. This is why you came. This is the exciting part, right? Using common sense. Remember, I'm bringing it back. I'm going to expose what optimizing for sales actually means and how us quote-unquote silent millionaires make all the money. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see it? All right, cool. Here it is. Rankings and getting a bunch of traffic is the most overrated thing I've ever seen online. Ever. Ever. Think about it. Please think about this. Doesn't matter if you're ranked number 1 or 2 in the search results of I don't care where, Google, Amazon, Facebook, wherever these people are selling these, get ranked here number 1. It doesn't matter if, or even someone's inbox. Does that matter at all if number 5 and 7 or 10 or 15 or 9, if they make all the money? No. Does it matter if you have thousands of people viewing your offers if nobody buys them? No. Okay, so there's so many people selling traffic and how to get traffic. Take my course, buy my software. It's crazy. Why is that crazy? Because it takes us away from focusing on the money. All right? Well, everybody else is focused on getting ranked, getting traffic, and all this craziness. Let's focus instead on making all the money. It's really simple. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean in a second. But here's what we're not doing. Okay, optimizing our business for sales doesn't mean that we're doing things that are super salesy or getting away from your style. All right? I love value. I hate salesiness. So I totally get it. What it means instead is it means we're just being smart, knowing what we want. Or excuse me, what people want when they want it, and we give it to them. That's it. It's that easy. Now, before I get into the heart and soul of this, I gotta share a quick story. Okay, this is my PSA because I've had too many people get ripped off, and I cannot handle any more people getting ripped off. Real quick story. I want you to hypothetically imagine a situation for a second. Okay, imagine that you're in a room with 10 perfect strangers. You ask the strangers. You say, "Please raise your hand if you do not have a driver's license." 3 hands go in the air. You're like, "Okay, cool." Then you say, "All right, please raise your hand." Or excuse me, keep your hand raised if you've never driven a car in your entire life. 1 hand stays raised. And it just so happens to be a 10-year-old boy named Timmy. And you think to yourself, that's probably a good thing that Timmy's never driven a car and doesn't have a driver's license. He's 10, he shouldn't. But then this is what you do. You motion Timmy, say, "Come with me." You take Timmy out to the parking lot. You reach in your pocket, you grab the keys to your car that you worked for and that you make the payment on, or insurance payment, whatever. You hand him the keys. He gets in the driver's seat. You get in the passenger seat. He's seen the Fast and the Furious movies, so he knows kind of how to start the car and drive it a little bit. He starts figuring out how to drive it as he's driving. And guess what? He's telling you where he's taking you. You have no say. You're a captive in your own car. And there's a 10-year-old without a driver's license or experience driving a car driving your car. That's a scary thought, isn't it? That's a horrifying thought. Why do I tell you this? Well, guess what? Hiring someone who's never done what you're trying to do, or listening to someone who's never done it or isn't doing it, or buying things from someone, products or services from someone that doesn't do what you're looking to do, is the same thing as lending your car to a 10-year-old that's never driven a car. Please don't trust a knockoff service or quote-unquote expert. You have to do this the right way, right? The world is full of Timmys. But guess what? No more. You've seen this, and now you're done. Done with the Timmys. All right, cool. I digress. Secret 10. I'm going to show you how to take your business to 6 and 7+ figures by yourself. You do not need a guru or an expert, quote-unquote, or quote-unquote service. You don't need Timmy. Here's what you need. The secret to success in almost anything, you guys, I promise you, is getting the right information from the right people. I'm going to switch my screens in a minute, and I'm going to show you this in action. Okay? Is that cool? But I just had to lay the foundation. All right? Let me ask you this first, pop quiz, before I switch over. Wake up, everybody. Wake up. I know you're thinking, calm down, goat farmer. What are you doing to me now? All right, pop quiz. What's the #1 reason sellers fail? What do you think it is? There's no wrong answer. I know you got an answer in your head, but I'll tell you the blatant answer. That seems commonsensical, but it's not always common. This is what it is. They don't know how to make money, or they don't focus on making money. That's it. Doesn't that sound weird? And when I say sellers, I mean everybody that has a business that's in the business to make money. If you're not in it for charity purposes, then you're a seller. You're an entrepreneur. You're also a seller. First, you're a seller, okay? Because guess what? Selling keeps your business alive. All right. All right. On to the money. Let's show you. Okay. I'm gonna do something really cool here. So, just FYI, just because I'm showing you some examples on Amazon, doesn't mean that this should be like. Don't think you need to be an Amazon seller or e-commerce or even physical product seller to like cash in on these principles. I'm just showing you this because it's an easy example that you know, you can cash in on. So it's just easy to illustrate my points. So here's the thing. Remember when I told you that the most overrated thing was getting traffic and where you rank and all that stuff, and not to buy into the whole, oh, you need you know, all this traffic, you need this, you need that, Facebook this, all these, you know, courses and stuff. Here's why that's true. Okay, here's why that's true. I have fancy software. Okay, this is just a random search, by the way, Bike Light on Amazon. Okay, I have a fancy software program that tells me who is making all the money out of all these sellers. Okay, and I've narrowed it down to 2. There's 2 listings that make all the money on this page. All right, and they make a lot of money, by the way. But here's the deal. What's different about these 2 listings? What's different about them? One thing. They care more about selling, and they know how to sell. Okay, so here's where it starts. Their titles, which is the same thing as your headlines of your ads or your headlines of your Facebook post or the subject lines of your emails, whatever communication you're doing, it's the same thing as what I'm about to show you. Okay, their titles contain something that caused someone to want to click on them over every other option, regardless of where they land on the page. One of the second highest seller is clear down the page almost 3/4 of the way to the bottom. How can that be? Simple. They have something in their title that makes people want to click on it, and that is, you want to know what that is? They have benefits. Benefits are what get people to come just to get out of bed in the morning, right? Benefits are what make the world go round. What is this benefit, you think? You're asking. I know you're asking or wondering. First of all, you're thinking to yourself, geez, goat farmer, scattered goat farmer, can you please explain this? And I'm here to explain it. Here's the deal. Benefits are what get people to click on your Amazon listings, to open your emails, to click on your ads, to open up your Facebook posts, to everything. Insert whatever it is you're doing. That's what gets people to take action. You can't sell unless they see your offer. So these Amazon sellers cannot sell if someone doesn't click on their listing, right? It's the equivalent of having a fancy, amazing restaurant with the best food on earth, the best chef, the best ambiance, but they didn't put a dang driveway to get to it. No one can get to it, right? So here's the amazing thing. You can get your stuff sold, right? Even if it's more expensive than your competitors, by putting benefits in the right places, in the titles, or in the subject lines, or in the headlines, okay? Second thing, right? That's number 1, right? This is all how you optimize your business. This is all it is, guys. It's really not that difficult. Second thing, optimizing your business for sales, remember, okay? We can optimize our business for traffic. Yeah, we can pay a service to get us to come ranked for number 1 or, you know, get a bunch of traffic, whatever we want to do. But guess what? That doesn't mean anything. I want to sell. I don't care. Second thing, optimizing for sales. What do? Well, we got to get them to buy, right? We got to get them to convert. Once we get them in so they can see the offer, we have to get them to convert. How do we do that? Same thing. Okay? Same exact thing. We use benefits. Even more so, though. You want to know a really crafty thing that, here, I got to toot my own horn for a second. For those that are Amazon shoppers, how many of you have seen these all capitals in the bullet point before? Of course, all of you have. Okay, I estimate that about 80% of listings have these all caps in their bullets. Guess why? Because about 5 or 6 years ago, a farmer, me, brought that to Amazon. I started bringing all caps to Amazon. And why? Because it's a proven strategy. It's a timeless strategy that everybody's tried to copy. And hardly anybody does it right, which is kind of funny. But my clients do it right. I'll show you how it works right now. So here's just one of the many strategies that I use that are proven. Okay, it's called dual readership. Here's what I mean. I'm going to show you the top 2 selling bike lights. Okay, well, what do they have in common? Why are they both the top 2 selling lights? Well, I can guarantee you this. It's not that they fall toward the top of the page, okay, in the search results. Remember, that's way overrated. It's that they have benefits in their title because people want to click on them. Okay, easy to install. Awesome, right? Look at this, easy to install. See that? They're smart. Now, you want to see the difference between the 2 listings? Because this one is doing double what this one's doing. Want to see the difference? It's quite subtle, but it's the real deal. So when we talk about benefits, people ask me all the time, all right, Dana, what the heck, like, how do you define a benefit? Where do you find benefits? All this good stuff, right? First of all, there are primary benefits and secondary benefits. What is a primary benefit? A primary benefit is a benefit that you say, oh, duh, I know it does that. A secondary benefit, though, is something like that's like, oh, huh, that actually gets people to buy it. Okay, so benefits versus features are a totally different story. A feature is what it is, a benefit is what it does. Now we're talking benefits only, primary versus secondary. A primary benefit for this bike light, what is a, oh duh, I know it does that? Well, for starters, it keeps you safe, right, at night, duh. Or it brightens your path, duh, cool. People don't buy based on primary benefits, or they don't take action on primary benefits. They take action on secondary benefits, okay? So a secondary benefit for a bike light might be that it's easy to install. Let's say a mom wants to throw a bike light on their 10-year-old's bike. And he goes by the name of Timmy. And he rides a bike, he doesn't drive. I had to get my jab in on Timmy. All right, anyway. A secondary benefit might be that it's easy to install, right? Because they don't want it showing up in a million pieces and to have 4 different tools to put it on. So guess what? That secondary benefit wasn't, oh, duh. That was like, oh, yeah, right? And guess what? This is what you do to get people to buy your product or your service, even if it's more expensive than the next one. Because guess what? Your secondary benefit is what differentiates you. Your competitor might not be easy to install. Even if it is, I don't know if it is or not. They didn't call it out. Okay? So primary and secondary benefits. Now, remember when I said the second thing you need to do, so number 1 is get clicked on to get the eyes on your offer. Number 2 is get the offer to convert. Well, here's one of many strategies, timeless strategies, that I use and that I brought to Amazon and that the world has tried to use now. And only a few actually use it well. Haha, evil laugh. Here's the deal. All right, let's look for another secondary benefit. Let's look for, let's say that we want the bike light to swivel, okay? That's not an, oh, duh, I knew it'd do that. That's an, oh, yeah, wow, I like that, right? Not an, oh, duh, that's primary. Secondary is, oh, yeah, right? Okay, cool. So the fact that it swivels. Now, we're here. We clicked on this, it got us here. Again, this, I'm looking at Amazon because it's easy to illustrate. It's the same thing, you guys, with your emails, your sales letters, your Facebook posts, your whatever. It's the same thing, okay? You're just applying the same principles from here over there. Got it? Cool. All right, so we click on it because this is installed. Now, we want to know if it swivels or not, okay? Well, this is what happens. We have to read this. And we read, and we get to here, we're like, wow, that's a great big blob. I am not cozied up to a fireplace, and this is not a novel. I'm probably on my phone. I might be on the toilet, I don't got time to read this. I just want to know if the dang thing swivels. So then guess what? I scroll down and I've got literally 77 pages of other offers. Holy crap. That's a bad thing, you guys. That's a terrible thing. Remember when I said the difference between these two listings is subtle, but it's actually major, and this one's doing twice as much revenue as the other one for a very important reason? Let's go right back into the shoes of our potential buyer. Again, what did we do? We clicked on it because their secondary benefit was that it was easy to install, but now we want to know if the thing swivels. What we get here, what do? We can skim. Save money and hassle. Free tail light. I don't really care. I don't really care. Versatile. I don't really care. Boom! 360 degree swivel ability. And then we read. Rotate it to shine literally any direction you want. What? You know what's amazing about this? I did not have to read all of this to extract this. Do you know what the strategy is that I just showed you and I brought to Amazon? It's called dual readership. There's two types of readers in this world. There's the people that read every single word, because if they're going to pay $20 for a bike light for their kid's bike, they want to make dang sure that's the right thing. But there's also the majority of us who are skimmers. We don't have time to read all that. We just want to extract what we need and move on. Okay? Well, how do you sell to both types of people? How do you not alienate one or the other? Well, you write with dual readership. Boom! There's one of many strategies that this goat farmer uses every day for himself and his clients to make a whole crap load of money. Pretty cool, right? So again, on your sales pages, okay, or your emails, when you're selling even anything, even over the phone, I don't care. Are you talking about secondary benefits? If you're not, that's terrible. That's awful. Okay? That's awful. You gotta. You absolutely must. Absolutely must. Let me tell you a quick story. So when you dial this in and you really get this cranking, okay, and you really like cash in on, or you listen to what I tell you and you use it, this is what it's like, okay? Because I see people, they try to get too fancy and they think they have to have all these things working for them, and they don't. They don't. Just do these things and all the rest doesn't matter, okay? Literally. And that is such a good quote, I'm writing it down. All the rest doesn't matter. Okay? Let me show you a story. This is what I did. Okay. So, 3 hot dog vendors. There's 3 hot dog vendors in this city. Okay, they work on different parts of the city, so they're not really in direct competition of each other. So they like to hang out and kind of chat after work. So they walk into a bar. The first one walks in. He's super defeated looking. He asks for a cheap shot. The second one walks in even more defeated looking and asks for a cheap double shot. Third one walks in with a shit grin on his face. He's got a smirk. He walks in with a strut. He throws down a $100 bill. He asks for the most expensive drink that they had, and he offered to pay for the first 2 hot dog vendors' drinks. Bartender serving while he's mixing up the drinks gets to chatting and asks, you know, what's up, guys? Like, what's the secret to selling hot dogs? The first hot dog vendor, who is super defeated, says, well, it's all about the toppings. If you have the most toppings, you're going to sell hot dogs like nobody's business, okay? It's all about toppings. The second one says, no, wait a minute. Remember, the second one was even more defeated. He says, it's all about the bun. Everybody overlooks the bun, but it's all about the bun. And then the third hot dog vendor, who came in with the cash and the smile, says, you guys have it all wrong, man. The secret to selling hot dogs is having a starving crowd. Okay? Because guess why? When you have the starving crowd, all the rest doesn't matter. Right? If there's 30 people lined up at your hot dog cart, do you think it matters if you have all the toppings or the best bun on earth? No. Okay? So, if you do the things I tell you to do, that is the equivalent of having a starving crowd. The rest doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't matter. All right, let's keep moving. So, as I told you at the top of the presentation, I launched my newest side business last year. Here's what I did. I hope you're sitting down because this is pretty crazy. I launched 2 products and then I optimized my business for selling. I gave my prospects what they wanted when they wanted it. I used these timeless techniques, by the way. Oh, and if you're wondering, that's me on the far right in the goofy blue hat. That's us on the day that we opened our first facility, which was really exciting. And then what did I do? I sold too much, and I had to hire my whole family, move into a bigger, a 2,500 square foot production facility, and we did over $500,000 by the end of year 1. What's really cool about that, and why I'm so proud of this, because I could sit here and boast about, oh, multi-million-dollar business, blah blah blah, but realistically, why I'm so proud is because like my aunt was working at a factory, or excuse me, at a grocery store decorating cakes, and my cousin was working at a factory putting ovens together, and like to be able to rescue them from that was just absolutely amazing, humbling thing. So I want that for others. Okay. And by the way, it's not all work when you have an optimized selling machine for a business. The money rolls in and you have some time for fun. And that is my grandpa, and he is putting together a table, and that is his kind way of asking me politely not to take his picture by way of swinging a hammer. All right, so here's the deal. Can you see how this stuff would work for you if you use my 12 secrets? Can you see growing your business and hiring more staff, and eventually, if you're crazy like me, hiring your family and then creating an asset for yourself that you could and should potentially sell down the road for a lot of money? It is all right here, you guys. Again, let's recap. Secret number 4. There's 12 of them, but I showed you 3 of them because they're awesome. I showed you how to launch 6-figure businesses at will with no crazy software or high startup costs. Secret number 9, the reason you came. I revealed the biggest myth floating around the internet and how us quote-unquote silent millionaires make all the money. Secret number 10, I showed you how to take your sales to 6, 7, plus maybe 8 figures by yourself without wasting any money on quote-unquote experts or Timmy. Let me ask you this, please. Tell me, what has been stopping you from optimizing your business the right way and cashing in on this for yourself? Well, I'll tell you this. It is not your fault. It's not that you haven't worked hard enough or that you aren't smart. It's actually much more simple than that. It's that you just haven't gotten the right information from the right people. That's it. I sound like a broken record, but that's literally the difference. So reset your thinking for a second. I know you've been burnt in the past. I have too. I know you get bombarded with a million different offers for all sorts of crap for sellers. Guess why I know that? Because I do too. Let me ask you this. Would you like me to optimize your business just like I did for Russell, just like I do for Trey, just like I did for thousands of people in my career, without having to pay me my outrageous $10,000 per day fee? Put your hands up, unless you hate goats. Yeah? Well, here's the deal. Normally, I'm going to be full disclosure here, at the risk of making you hate me. Normally, I'd pitch you on my $10,000 per day fee to optimize your business, or something extremely expensive, okay? But I'm not going to do that. Why? I had to sit down with my staff, my wonderful staff, and I wanted to know how I could help as many people, because I believe that's why I was put on this planet. And that's why I came into this package of yours, something you purchased from me, and I gave you this extra value. No strings attached. Well, why am I not pitching that anymore? Why do I not do that anymore? Because I can't help nearly as many sellers doing it that way. So that's why I created this. It is the 1-hour Selling is Easy Ultimate Guide to Selling Anything workbook. I've sold over 950 copies and sellers have invested from more than 47 countries and counting. It's too darn valuable to publish this on Amazon or in bookstores, okay? This is crazy valuable. It literally takes you by the hand and forces you to have perfectly optimized business. This is, instead of me catching the fish for you, it's showing you how to fish for a whole lot cheaper. I used to do it for 7 years, okay? Every single day of my life, and discovered more secrets than I can even contain in my brain. I showed you on this presentation how many secrets? 3? Well, in this book, there's more than 50. Mike said this. I'll paraphrase. He said, get this workbook now. Okay? Eric. Now, I got to break this down for a second. I am not the kind of guy that's all about getting rich, and my scoreboard isn't how much money can you make. Like, it's great to have money. It's great to make money. Every business needs to be good at it if they want to survive. But my scoreboard is Eric. Okay, so Eric's not a huge seller, right? He does okay, but he's not making a killing. He invested in my workbook, and he said he implemented everything he could, and his sales are up 30% from his best day ever. You know what that meant for Eric and why I got up screaming and jumping and running around the office? Because Eric got to spend an extra day on the boat with his daughter. What? Like, I don't care how much money somebody makes. If I can help them spend an extra day on the boat with his daughter every week, right? So they have that memory going into her graduation, her wedding. That, my friends, is a life well spent, in my opinion. So my point is this. I love people no matter where they are. And this is for you, no matter where you are. Okay? So who does this work for? It works for you if you're an e-commerce seller, a physical or digital product seller, a network marketer, a car seller, a dead rat seller. Quick story. So back in the day, I was doing freelance. I was a freelance consultant, and I was working with a dude that was selling freeze-dried dead rats, shipping them direct to the doorstep of reptile owners. He was doing really, really well. I helped him do even better, but I did some self-reflection recently and thought to myself, why did I do that? What is going on? And I came to two conclusions. Number one, that might have been a low point in my career. I didn't turn that job down. Number two, more importantly though, I did that, I think, now, looking back, to show you and prove to you that if they can do it, if he can make a living selling dead rats, what the heck is your problem? Okay? It'll work for you. I don't care if you're an online or offline seller. All these principles are the same. Optimizing your business is the same. I've worked with so many people. I know this. I can confidently say this. Okay? It doesn't matter if you're a small company with only a few products or services, or if you're a huge company with a lot of products. I don't care if you're a dentist in the middle of nowhere, or if you're a humongous production facility. It doesn't matter. These principles are all the same. Okay? This works for all types of products and all types of businesses across the board. I designed this workbook, okay, to be extremely to the point and concise. So there's literally no wasted space at all. It's all meat. And the coolest part, in my opinion, is that you can make your assistant or your spouse, if you're crazy, do this for you. And then you can turn them into a sales optimization expert. But I have to warn you, in doing so, I call it the Frankenstein effect, because what's going to happen is you're going to grow that person into an expert who is bringing a lot more to the table and is going to potentially ask for more money. So don't say you weren't warned, but it's worth it. So here's what you get. You get the number 1 hour. Selling is Easy, ultimate guide to selling anything workbook. Your guide to a perfect business. It's worth 10 grand. Why? Because I charge that for 1 day. Okay? 1 day. But it's more than that. Okay? It's not just a book. You get my real proven secrets that I gathered over the past 7 years working in the trenches with the biggest sellers. Okay? Relentlessly testing and tweaking their businesses. You cannot find this information anywhere online, trust me. And you cannot fake this stuff. Right? So what are you getting? You're getting the book. Looks like a book, doesn't act like a book. It's way better than hiring me to come out and do it. But you're also getting my secrets that I gathered in the trenches that you cannot fake. I wish I could just attach like a monetary value to that, but it's worth way more than $34 or $45 that I've put. So far, what are we at? $13,445. That's not all though. Inside, you're also getting step-by-step instruction where I take you by the hand. I show you how to optimize your own business instead of me hiring me to do it, which I'm outrageously expensive, or getting ripped off by another service like a Timmy. So what am I doing? I am showing you how to fish. That's it. That alone is going to save you tens of thousands of dollars. Okay? If you hired me, you'd pay a lot. If you hired a knockoff service or a quote-unquote expert like Timmy, you get no results, be out the money. Worst of all, if you do nothing and you watch this video and you're like, huh, this is cool, but I don't think I can invest in that. This is what's going to happen because I've seen it over and over again. Trust me. You're going to stay right where you are, and folks who do invest in this are going to pass you. And I don't want that for you. That is why I'm compelling you to invest in this. Okay? The best part, though, second best part, I lied. You're going to have your business on its way to being completely optimized for sales in under an hour. Can you afford to spend 1 hour optimizing your business? It is a no-brainer. The best part, I lied. This is the best part. My favorite. I get really excited about this because I'm seriously like 100% wholeheartedly in my heart, I believe this is such an amazing thing for you. You're going to gain an amazing, valuable, transferable skill. Okay? If you can master how to get people to notice you and buy on the toughest place on earth, which is the internet, you're going to be literally unstoppable. Okay? Think about that. If you can get clicked on online, your subject lines, headlines, Facebook posts, ad headlines, everything will be a piece of cake. Okay? That's step 1. Step 2, if you can get your stuff converting, so once you have your eyeballs on your offers, you can get it converting, your email body, sales pages, Facebook post body, ad body, everything will become a money dispenser. Okay? What are you getting? Again, you're getting the book. It looks like a book. It doesn't act like a book. It's worth 10 grand all day long. You're getting my real proven secrets that I gathered in the trenches that you cannot fake. You're also getting me step by step forcing you to do it instead of hiring me, which is worth 9 to 50 grand all day long. If you want a week with me, it's worth more. Total value so far, conservatively, $23,445. Are you kidding me? Hang on, please. Hang on 1 second. I'm throwing in a crazy bonus only for the first 50 who invest in this because I don't have enough bandwidth to offer this to more people, and you'll see why in a second. After you have read and implemented what you discover from my workbook. Only after, okay? And only if you're one of the first 50 that sees this, one of the experts on my team is going to give you a free critique of your business. Holy crap, why is that exciting? Because I used to charge the people who I couldn't find the time to work with, okay, for my $10,000 per day service to do this for them. I used to give them a $1,500 critique instead. They used to pay $1,500 for the same exact thing. You get that with the investment of my 1 hour Selling is Easy Ultimate Guide to Selling Anything workbook. You get that for free. You get it for free. Are you kidding me? So we're going to basically force you to get your money back from this. Okay? That's a win-win for everybody. If you get your money out of this and then some, guess what? You're probably going to want to come back and grab more of my stuff. And then you're probably going to get more value, get your money out of that too. And that's a win-win for everybody. And no, it's not just a, yeah, that looks good kind of thing either. Like, we're literally shooting you a screencast video and going step by step on every part of Optimize Your Business. Okay? We're giving you everything you need. There's a reason I charged $1,500 and people bought them, scooped them up like crazy. Right? That alone more than pays for this whole thing. And those who purchased my service at $10,000 say it's worth more than that. Okay? But I'm not charging you 10 grand. I'm not doing that. Remember, I can't help everybody that way. Okay? So instead, you're getting a copy because you're here and you bought something from me already and I love you. Ha! You're in the Cool Kids Club. You're getting a copy for just $397. We're looking at almost $25,000 worth of value for $397. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But again, this is only for you. Please do not share this with everyone because I cannot allow everyone to buy it at that price or I will have a lot of angry people. Go to optimizeforsales.com. Grab your copy. But again, you want to be one of the first 50 so you get that critique. Okay? Think about this. If all it did was it increase your clicks, so you get 10% more traffic or 10% better conversions, either or, would that be worth it? If all it did was it allowed you a real way to consistently, intentionally grow your business at will like I do, would that be worth it? Or if all it did was it gave you the power you needed to outsell your competitors, make your business sustainable, and scale it as large as you want, would that be worth it? Yes. Okay? Who's this work for? Travis, client of mine, last year. in this month we're in. I can't remember what month we're in. It's been a long month. No, I'm just kidding. He did 71,000 in a month last year at this time, which is not bad. Guess what this year he did? 1.1 million. I don't know about you, but I'd rather do 1.1 million. As cool as that is, I'm way more fired up about Eric. Remember? The smaller seller who improved his sales by 30% for his best day ever. Why is that so exciting to me? Because he got to go on the boat with his daughter for one more day. What? 1 day a week extra on the boat with his daughter. Boom. That, my friends, is cool. And then me. Don't forget me. Aside from my goat farming, I was able to launch another side business that cleared over $500,000, almost 2/3 of a million in the first year. And I got to hire my whole friggin' family. It was amazing. How? With all of the stuff that I threw in this book. For real. That's it. So it's just math. It's not crazy science or anything. I guess math is science. It's not crazy like voodoo magic. How would 10% more traffic, how much would 10% more traffic be worth to you? Do the math. How much would a 5% improvement in your conversions be worth? Do the math. How much would be having the ability to launch products that do between 10 and 30,000 a month like I do? Even that conservatively, how much would that be worth? Okay, cool. Add all that together. How much would you pay for the above? Like $1 million? Probably, right? That is, I would pay so much for that. So much for that. You don't have to pay near that. Okay? Again, you can spend 7 years of your life busting your tail. Bad idea. Trying to figure it all out. I did that. Guilty. Not a fun way to do it. Not a fun way. Or you can just grab the book, go to optimizeforsales.com. But think about it. If you were to just improve one of your offers by a couple more units of whatever it is a day, right? It could be just 1 unit a day. Or it could be 10, whatever it is. This book is already paid for. The real question is this. Is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check it out, which if it did half of what I'm saying it'll do, it'll pay for itself on your very first month implementing it. OptimizeForSales.com. Now, I have folks that come to me and consider buying it all the time. Some do. And I watch their progress and see them killing it with a totally optimized business, which is amazing. But then I see ones that didn't buy and they continue to struggle and things get harder for them and it sucks. And I hate it. Please don't be like them. Okay? Go to OptimizeForSales.com. Right? Again, what are you getting? You're getting the book. It looks like a book, doesn't act like a book. It's like the equivalent of me coming out and setting this up for you. But you also get the real proven secrets that I gathered in the trenches for the last 7 years, working with the biggest sellers that you cannot fake. That's worth $34.45 all day long. But you also get the step-by-step me forcing you to do it instead of hiring me to do it. Okay? That's worth at all day long $9,000. Total value $23,445. Hold the phone. You also get the video critique. Okay, showing exactly what you did perfectly, putting out any loose ends, so you're 100% optimized. That is worth $1,500. People bought that all the time for it. Your value total in this for this book, you guys, is $25,000. If you're wondering who this Dana guy is, if you have not inhaled enough value from me yet, that's okay. I want you to go to isdanalegit.com. I have basically just thrown all of the stories and the feedback I've gotten from every single person I've worked with that's been so kind to share their experience. And I've thrown it in there. And I want you to see for yourself what other people have said about it. Okay? isdanalegit.com. Yes, we have free international, domestic, wherever you are, I don't care. Rush shipping. Okay? We'll get it out to you ASAP. What I have to tell you though is don't keep doing this on your own, okay? Listen to somebody who's done it and has proven it over and over. You can do it. Now, I'm not a magician or some genius guru. Obviously, I'm just a regular guy who worked darn hard to figure all this stuff out. I surrounded myself with brilliant sellers and now I'm passing that on to you. The fact that you're here still watching this tells me that you're hungry for massive success in your business. You've gotten this far. This really is the final touch that you need. So yeah, I'm not good at technical stuff. I'm not good at accounting. I had a C- in college. I'm not good at a lot of things, but I still can launch 6-figure plus businesses per year that are side businesses at will, and I've made a whole lot of money for myself and clients. That's pretty cool. And the best part of the whole presentation, the moment you've been waiting for, I did not forget these guys. There we got Mario and Luigi, Billy, Shanila. We got the whole gang. All of them. You know what they want you to do? They want you to invest in this book. I guarantee it. Okay? Oh, and don't forget this. I can guarantee you farmers are the most honest people on earth. Okay? We are. Promise you. So, grab your copy now. The price is going to go up, and the bonus is certainly not available if you wait and come back. So, and if you're not one of the first 50, I hope you've already jumped on this, but if you haven't, please go there right now. Stop this video, go to optimizeforsales.com, go on your phone, go on the computer, whatever, go there now. Grab your copy before it's too late. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me on this training. I hope you walked away with some awesome nuggets. I am honestly, I do this not for the fame or the money or whatever else. I do this for the people like Eric that I can legitimately help. And there's always a direct correlation that I found between the people that are having the most success with me and my products and services, and those that are listening and doing what I tell them to. So when I tell you to go to Optimize for Sales, grab the book now so that you can get the critique along with it, so that we force you to get your money out of it. Like, you need to do that. Okay? Don't stay where you're at. Don't keep doing this alone, right? This is the touch you need, I promise you, so that everything else can be uplifted. Remember, it's like the hot dog starving crowd, right? Everything else doesn't matter if you can get this part right. That's why I start here. One of the first things I make every single person I work with do is go through this book. Okay? So you get a chance to do that for a fraction of what they've paid. I hope they don't catch wind of this video, because they'd probably be pretty mad, but it's okay because they made a lot more money, so it doesn't matter anyway. But you get a chance to cash in on this for yourself. And if you are truly not completely satisfied with where you're at, okay, and there's something inside of you that wants more, and you just haven't quite gotten there yet, and you don't want to keep spinning your wheels, or you're sick of waiting around for things to happen, I implore you to invest in this book. You're going to thank me, just like the thousands of people that have come before you and had the chance to work with me. This is the real deal. I promise you, you're going to love it. I'm going to ship it to you ASAP. You're going to absolutely go crazy for it, and it's going to be the best thing that you do for your business this year. I can put my reputation on that. So make sure you grab that before it's too late. Go to optimizeforsales.com, grab a copy, share this video with only your closest friends. Do not share it with everybody, please. And that's all I got for you. Love you guys. Hope to see you soon. Grab the book, and we'll catch you a little bit later.